animation overlaps. This overlap is in 4 belfries. And it's 4 belfries of these 4 giant towers, and you can get one in each sort, which will allow you to teleport to specific areas. This restaurant gets so loaded as boring. I disagree with you. I think the game is a great crazy I think we are just something literally just to save time on walk. You know what this reminds me of? Okay, this is going to be but this is guys going to go ahead. It's being freaking jumper. Jumper, anything you look at, you can teleport to. So that's the funness of it. We really has its power. And as well, that's what it reminds me of. Sometimes when I'm in life, I look at the car and I don't want to walk through or drive through it. That and I hope that one day I'll need the power of the jumper. The most goes to power ever cell phone. Which I guess that's some kind of teleporting, but yeah, no, that's a teleporting. Yeah, time control is better. I understand that you want to make a specific category on Pornhub, but you'll have to hear it. Okay? Supposed to fight this clergyman, Malekith the Blackblade, who I think is probably one of the hardest bosses in the game. But it said he teleported around him, and now he's in the opening animatics of Skyward Sword. What is happening?
When I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers.
What? He teleported so far away the area unloaded and then the guy died. Inside the house. Is he going to do that again, or is he going to try to fight this guy? Because he only killed the clergy and he didn't kill the Blackblade, right? Or is he going to try it again?
Why do you think
Okay, yeah. That's exactly it. What I don't get is that how we just go the game the next 2 minutes. So, we the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds. You have to kill the final boss at the very least.
This is a mistake. It's 4 o'clock. One at a time.
Fire less than I'll fight strong. Y'all window. It has been an honor. Y'all.
You made 3 videos, one entire day's worth of the show, because of one article on Daily Face-Off. And I'm just saying, yeah, Daily Face-Off, man. Conversations galore on the most recent piece, because there is a Vancouver Canucks-related bold prediction that Sarah Bailey goes out there and writes about, but I don't only want to talk about that idea. Instead, I think this is a pretty good introductory conversation to a wider topic surrounding the Vancouver Canucks and where they can go in 22-23. So, without a doubt, let's go over back to this article. It's the 3rd time on the channel for today that we've referred to this piece. Man, if everybody's going out there and clicking the link in the description to read the article per video, then I'm kind of boosting their ad views. I don't know what to say. Let's go over to the 7th bold prediction on the list and talk about Bruce Boudreau. Bruce, there it was. Vancouver Canucks coach Bruce Boudreau will be the first coaching casualty of the season. Still can't shake the apparent friction that existed between Boudreau and the front office last spring when he asked for and did not receive an extension. The Canucks stars have not impressed in the preseason, and that might mean a slow start. Now, obviously, this is a big prediction. Like, NHL coaching firings happen throughout the season, but for Sarah Bailey to write that Bruce Boudreau will be the first one, it does make for a very interesting conversation. Because on the one hand, you already had this entire coaching controversy from last year. Travis Green stuck around for far beyond his expiration date with the team, and you can even say the same thing about Chip Benning. Like, I feel like Aquaman really did hold out for such a long time before firing Benning and Green that it kind of held the team back in a way. You gotta remember, the Canucks were fighting for the last few points in the last few games of the regular season, and part of that outcome could be attributed to the fact that they just ran out of games. Had they fired Green and Benning earlier, they made the changes, and had the team gotten the bump from Bruce Boudreau earlier, you could very well debate that they could have had a playoff berth in 2022, but that's neither here nor there. Furthermore, when it comes to the entire spring contract conversation about Bruce Boudreau and the extension, we did see a lot of rumors going over whether or not the new Canucks management would want to keep Bruce Boudreau around, because if you remember, during the entire time frame when Benning and Green got fired, Boudreau was the first guy hired. Rutherford and Alvin were not brought on till... What the hell do you do to them and do it? You got this. A little bit later, so it would have been fair to assume, okay, Rutherford and Alvin are coming into a new organization and has a new coach too. Do they like this new coach that was hired before they came here? They have the authority to go out there and hire whoever they want, but it really depends on what the current coaching staff ends up showing off. And for Bruce Boudreau, he had some controversies going around, and it was actually documented quite a lot on this channel as well. But either way, Bruce Boudreau at the end of the day did not get himself that extension. He'll be heading into the season with a future that is remaining to be seen, whether or not that's with Vancouver or some other team. And so when it comes to what the Vancouver Canucks happen to have behind the scenes, all the conversations and the context with the hiring of Boudreau and the extensions and everything, it makes sense that there is some tension. But at the same time, you have to go out there and acknowledge what the Vancouver Canucks are and what it would actually take for a guy like Boudreau to get fired this season. And the reason I say this season is because when it comes to the Aquaman, okay, not even the Aquaman, but like, when it comes to the history of Vancouver Canucks coaches, it's been really difficult to see them get released when they should have been released. And I'm not just talking about Travis Green. Of course, we know the team succeeded very well under Travis Green in 2020 bubble, and that's partially some of the reason why I feel like the Canucks were so willing to hold on to him throughout 2021, even though the team was really bad. And plus, there was the entire virus excuse that you could use, so there was a little bit of extra support there. But in 2021-2022, Travis Green stuck around for way too long. The team was so bad on the penalty kill. They were so bad at losing all these games constantly. And despite the roster, the team was performing like one of the worst Vancouver Canucks squads we have ever seen. You go back to the coach before Travis Green, Willie Desjardins. Sure, that guy had a playoff series for the Vancouver Canucks against the Calgary Flames in 2015. But what happened after? 2016 comes around, it kind of sucked. 2017 comes around, or even worse, second worst team in the league. And Desjardins sticks around till the end of the year. And plus, now that there's a new management in town, that is not really going out there and pushing this, we need to make the playoffs, and anything can happen when you make the playoffs like Benning did. We have ourselves a management group, where I say we, like I'm a part of the team, no, I'm not just a fan. The Vancouver Canucks have a management group that has been very adamant about how they need to improve. They need to get faster, they need to upgrade the blue line, they need to do this, they need to get younger, they need to do that. And even though the JT Miller contract